Here's his password.
So, the only way to start this off is to do the way I did. So, number one is the most simplest thing in the world, is that don't let anybody, and I mean anybody, including yourself, tell you you can't do something. See, I used to think and feel like I was all alone. You see, my heartbeat felt dead and my mind was as cold as stone. I never felt right at home. I had to step outside the box. I grew up thinking life was hard. I didn't understand how money talked. Trying to fix my past, these myths became my reality. They all want me to grow up, but personally, I love the child in me. Why do I have to mold myself into someone that I don't like? They want me to be a doctor, but honestly, I love to type. I felt as if my purpose in life had started to drift away. I looked forward to following my dream, but I felt like I missed that day. They want me here to stay, but I feel like I want so much more. Instead of working on my dream, they're like, Jacob, go to the store. See, my life feels either or. It's options without an addition. Like I'm not even in control, like a pilot without his vision. Sidetracked by my own choices. I know I need to learn stuff. Well, now the truth is my own reality, and now it's time that we turn up. I used to think these things I learned would all turn out to be worthless. Wasting all this time in class, drifting off while learning cursive. My heart was empty and hurting. I looked ahead and my life felt hopeless. My mind felt wide awake. What happened next? Yeah, I was homeless. See, all my thoughts started to wonder, and it would hurt my head to ponder. I had no money to eat. I even thought about that nasty lasagna. See, if only I wouldn't have hated and I wouldn't have found a reason to run, my life may have still been cruising, not stopping to notice the sun. But I felt as if I won. This war finally came to an end. No one even noticed I was fighting a battle from within. A life without family or friends? I thought that's what I wanted. I'm tired of acting like someone else, lying, cheating in front. See, yes, I'm tired of running. In this life, I'm here to stay. If you ever felt like you've been alone, I felt the exact same way. See, sometimes in life you feel alone and you've taken all this pain, but when you choose to fight the battle within, your life will never be the same. See, we've got to reach down and pull ourselves out. From all of this nonsense, verbal abuse is not allowed. They tell me to stand up, but I'm not even sitting down. I'm tired of falling off my game, but now I'm here standing proud. They may try to tell me how to live my life. Well, for far too long, I was kept from what's right. I am who I am, so just pass me the mic. In truth, it was me all along, but now my slate's been wiped. It's all about the decisions, not necessarily situations. These problems have been a result of my own mental creation. It's not about where you've been, it's the problems that you're facing. You find the solutions, you won't look back at all the time that's been wasted. See, once upon a time, let me tell you a story. I woke up and I saw the light, and it wasn't the morning. Lightning bolts jolted my eyes. The result from it storming, these signs woke me up quick. I'm tired of skipping these warnings. See, if I don't give it all to this life I live, I'll look back in utter frustration like I've been living a fib. Almost like it was a dream, but we wasted time pretending. My girl missing being promised her fairy tale ending. See, we've got to give back before we give up. And we better watch our spending, living paycheck to paycheck, fronting like we've been winning. Sitting there in disbelief where there's no need to be silly. I say if we can all wake up, we'll all go get these millies. Take a trip with me and we'll go get this cheese. Others living in fear, like wealth is a disease. There's too many problems and there's too many to please. If I do it one last time, I'm going to do it for me. If we all work together, we'll go get this cheddar. Too bad it's more important than claiming and shooting Berettas, right? All this offense taking sides is important. Let's all just realize it's just a high I've been snorting. They say things are bad and they're going to get worse. Realistically, this is my life. But to whom is its worth? Trial by fear, that's my life on this earth. Confusion and depression, that's the lines we converse on. Problems get fixed, we got to realize the facts. It's not contributing to pain like the midlife snacks. If we all start fixing problems, then we all make it stacks. And stacks turn into major profit, and we all break the racks. Successful doubts. See, doubts are our own worst enemy. Doubts. Doubting myself, doubting you, doubting you, doubting you, doubting you, doubting each other. This class, the teachers, it's a battle we're fighting right here. And this thing doesn't stop when you leave school. It comes with you. It comes with you. It comes with us. How many times have you walked up to someone on the streets and said hi? And they're like this. They can't look you in the eyes. But I can. I came home one day. I I was playing guitar in my guest house in Dallas. And I'm playing right here with my uncle. And I hear screaming outside. My dad put a gun to his head. My sister's husband at the time jumped on him. We all rushed out there, and it was like it wasn't even happening. I didn't know what to do. Never happened before. Stuff we don't expect, right? We've all thought about something like that in our lives. Luckily, none of us have went through with it. It's a battle we're fighting right here, and it gets big. It gets big. So my focus in this right now is to teach you how to fall in love with yourself. Because once you got that love right here, anything's possible. It's not about wanting to do something. It's not about willing to do something or needing to do something. It's the fact that it's already happened. It's a mindset. It's a mindset. You can't fake it. You can fake it till you make it. Well, you know what I say? I say faith it till you make it. Because you got to believe in something. You got to believe in yourself. Something you've never seen before in your entire life. 1, 2, 3. This moment. Right now. That's all we got. When you live in this moment, you have more energy, you have more focus, you have more determination, more everything, because this moment is all we've got. Everyone in here right now, you're the most important people in my life right now. I put my fiance, my mom, my family, y'all are the most important people in my life. And if you allow it to, everyone in this room is also the most important people in yours. See, what happens when we live in this moment is that we don't live in the past. We don't live in the future. We have to learn from the past. The reason why we can't be here is because something in the past is holding on to it. Last year, my mom, standing right in front of the kitchen, falls to her butt, had a heart attack right in front of me. What? The next year right after. I knew it was happening, but we never really think about it until it happens to somebody else. And then it happens to us, or it happens to somebody else that we know, that we love, and now we got to feel all these feelings, and we don't know what to do. We're going to prevent those feelings from happening. We're going to prevent them, because it's like a fire inside of you, and you got to stop, drop, and roll to get them things out. And that's moving from a negative feeling to a positive one. You can't expect to have positive results with negative people around you. It's not going to happen. Anybody in here ever had a dream? Cool. I think we've all had a dream. Teacher, mentor are living their dream right now. Y'all are part of their dream. And you're part of mine. You think I woke up one day and believed that I would be doing this right now? I did. I believed it. I tried to. But everybody I talked to, guess what I'm going to go do? You can't do that. Bam. Guess I can't. You know? Albert Einstein. Let me pull the exact quote up. Albert Einstein said something that was unreal. He said, if A is success in life, then A equals X plus Y plus Z. Work is X, Y is play, and Z is keeping your mouth shut. What? It's kind of hard to hear somebody talking, telling them, but it's the truth. We got these dreams, right? But instead of working on these dreams, we're telling people about them. See what happens in our mind? Is that our mind starts believing that we've done them, but we didn't. We see it happening up here, but we never see it here. And it never happens because we're wasting that energy we need, and we're letting go of it. We're letting go of it. The energy we need to keep pushing. The energy we need to keep giving it everything we've got. One day I woke up. Back in Dallas, I had this little race car, right? And ever since I got it, I believed I had black rims on it. Black rims. Every time I saw it for a year, black rims. Nobody else saw them but me, right? Well, one day I woke up and I was like, man, I'm lying to myself. I got quotes on $1,200 for powder coating, My friend was like $500, I'll do them. I said, why can't I do that? I looked up online, I researched it on YouTube, best friend, Google and YouTube. I'm telling you, you can do anything you want just by learning. I found out you put a deck of playing cards around the rim, and you can spray paint the rims, and it won't get on the tire. I'm like, how much is a deck of playing cards? Go to the right place, it's $1 at the dollar store. Right? Right up here, you don't need to play the cards, you're going to paint them anyway. You don't. $1 for playing cards. The paint, I realized that it was going to take 2 cans of rim paint. AutoZone, $15, $3 in sandpaper. That morning, I got one tire up. I didn't have a full-out lift. I don't need a lift. I got one jack. And I said, you know what? I can sand these rims down while they're on the car. I'll take one at a time. I'm going to wheel it to the back. Get this whole operation in your mind. If I would have told people, guess what I'm going to do today? It would have never happened. But I did. I said, you know what? I want to show people the result. And if I have to stay focused on this thing, then I'm going to get it done. Because I don't know what that feeling feels like anymore. So I took one at a time, sanded it down, wheeled it to the back, wiped it off, painted it. While it was drying, I went over here sanded next tire, next tire, next tire. Within 2 hours, all 4 of the rims on the car were flat, black. Like I've always imagined it to be, right? Guess what I did right after that? I went inside. I had 3 days off. I grabbed 2 oranges. I went to the bathroom, right? Get that out. Went, got 2 oranges, got a couple snacks. I went in my room at the time and I locked myself in there and I wrote my book. I was in there for 2.5 days. I did not sleep. Did not sleep. I didn't sleep. And that book's the same reason why I'm asking you for that piece of paper right now with your name and email on it, because I want to send that thing to you. On 12/12/12, the day I finished that book, the day of the end of the world, right? 12/12/12. I said, you know what, if the world really ended, that book's coming with it. They're going to find this book on a flash drive in 2050 or whatever, and they're going to find that book. It's a mindset. It's already happened. There is no need to fake things and break things apart. And, you know, it's like a Rubik's Cube, you know? When life comes to us when we're born, it's like perfectly put together. But some reason, we just want to scramble it up. But that's the best part. It's not about scrambling, it's about putting it back together and not giving up. Because there's a lot of people that have a Rubik's Cube at home, and it's just sitting there. People ask about it over and over and over, and eventually they hide that thing. That's the dream right there. They put it up for show, and then when people ask about it so much and they don't know what to do, they hide it. So right now I'm telling you not to hide your dreams, to be proud of them. And surround yourself with the right people. The right people. I had over 50 jobs in my life. 50 jobs. Over 50, probably 53. 53 jobs. I'm 26. Can you imagine the feeling of coming home and you got people in your ear, your girlfriend, your mom, your dad saying you can't keep a job, but they don't see what you're doing? I said, you know what? When I was like 16, I said, I'm going to be a motivational speaker. I can do it. My mind was like, you've already done it. And I'm like, okay, what do I need to do? I found a job at a call center. I had to perfect my voice, talking to people on the phone. And I did. And when there was no room to grow for me, I had to leave. Then I did car sales, worked in IT. I'm an IT, I'm this, I'm that, I'm that. Master, jack of all trades, master of nothing. That's what they call us. Know all these cool things, but not how to apply them. The reason why I wrote that book, and the reason why I'm up here today is because I've been depressed. Straight up. And I told myself, if I get out, I'm going to do this. I made a promise to myself. How many times have we been in a troubled situation? And we say, hey, you get me out of this right now, and then we don't do it. It's like the first day, the same people are like, hey man, you coming out? Yep, I'm coming out. Boom! Because we're on autopilot. We've conditioned ourselves to let the plane fly itself. We gotta take control of those gears, baby. We gotta take back those gears. Autopilot's like, commencing. You're like, get out of here, autopilot. I got this. I'm flying this thing now. 50 jobs. What did I learn? See, I don't love my job yet, but I know where I'm headed. That's what I felt for so long, but now I'm glad that I said it. Everything that is done at work is just a part of my plan. It's a plot to expand my life. Now I'm my #1 fan. I didn't grow up to live at home. I believed I'd have a house in the mountains, by the ocean, sipping Pellegrino. But I've been drinking out of the fountain. Rich people driving through my work, so much cash they can't count it. I bet the money's up to their necks any higher, and they may start drowning. See, if we started searching, we may have found it. Most find that hard to believe. Working this dead-end job has not inspired me. It's taken my dream. Almost impossible to achieve, and this education's going to fix my problems. I just can't believe it's gotten to the point where I've got to hire someone else to solve them. There's got to be another way to live the life I've always imagined. Like an imagination is what it takes to act like I already have it. If it seems real, reach out and grab it. If not, I've got to create it. Imagining what I want to see is exactly what I need to make it. So how do I get started? Do I need to find another place to work? Or could I easily change my values and notice exactly what life is worth? See, there's no more time to waste. We must get going as soon as we can. From now, I've become self-motivated. Now, I've become my #1 fan. I don't love my job yet, but I know where I'm headed. That's what I felt for so long, but now I'm glad that I said it. Everything that is done at work is just a part of my plan. See, a plot to expand my life. Now I'm my #1 fan. See, I'm sure we've all reached the point when life, it feels so overwhelming. And that's just life at that house. I come to work and it's not even helping. See, if I can find a way to put all my problems in order and find the solutions one by one, I'd move myself away from the border. I'm tired of being a hoarder. Problems every day, I bring them to work. It's almost as everyone takes my pain like I'm dealing pain as a clerk. Sometimes I think my life is hard, but then I see others way worse. When chimes break pain and it frees my mind, I've got to relax on this earth. From now on, I will believe that this job I have is the best. This place becomes a stepping stone for building my family crest. Love my life and never rest. Failure is no longer an option. When freedom sails, I'm on that boat. I'm not standing in front trying to stop it. Every day and every way, I'll become stronger and stronger. Tony Robbins' words leak through my veins. There's nothing in life I can't conquer. I've got to keep my mind focused on myself through self-motivation. Becoming my #1 fan has been the only problem I've been facing. This class that y'all in, I just stopped in, opened that door. I've never seen anything like this. Never. Y'all got it. Y'all got it made right now. But that's just like life, you know? See, some people just come to school, right? But then there are other people that are actually engaging. I mean, I'm not talking about 10%, 20%, I'm talking about 120%. You may or might not even know these people because they're always working on something. Some people call them whatever, some people call them geniuses. You know what? Sometimes maybe it's just because they had an upbringing that's different than ours. I didn't grow up with a silver spoon. I traveled all around the world when I was young. I never got to keep friends from a young age. Every year is a different school, from Japan to Italy, to Maryland, every state up the East Coast. But it was good because I was a problem child. I went to alternative school 5 times. From junior high to high school 5 times. And what I realized is that I was an obnoxious person. My mouth got me into trouble. But then I'd surround myself with these obnoxious people that were more obnoxious than me. And that's when I woke up. It's like, man, I'm the class clown here? You mean I can't do this? That's my thing. That's my thing, man. You can't be the clown. I'm the clown. Then I had nowhere to be. I didn't have a place anymore. And then I realized that, you know what? That dude's a clown. And that dude ain't going nowhere with that attitude. See, what got you here, it's not going to take you where you want to be. It's not. Here's a small rule of business, right? This is what I love. I love this thing. Simon Sinek's The Golden Circle. The dude was on a TED Talk. This dude is a complete genius. He calls this thing the Golden Circle. Most amazing thing in the world. What he did is he broke down companies. TiVo was his example. Whole thing, business failure. Because they told people that they were going to be able to pause live TV. Even when I heard it, I'm like, what? What do you mean I'm going to pause? Like, whoa, what is TV? I'm like questioning the TV now. I'm like, am I in the past? Like, what? I don't know. Everybody was confused. What is this thing? It was a failure because in the brain, we have 3 different areas. We have the cerebral cortex and the outer and the inner limbic brain in geology, or in biology. And what it says is that the outside of the brain controls what we do. What am I doing right now? What are you doing right now? That's where those thoughts are coming from. We try to reference those thoughts, we're pulling it from that part of the brain. In the outer limbic brain, it says how. How am I able to do this? How are you able to do this? How are you going to walk to the next class? But in the inside is why. And by falling in love with yourself, guys and girls, you're going to find out that why. That's the most powerful thing that anybody can ever imagine and find out about themselves. Why do I do what I do? I don't need to know how. See, how is none of our business. It's not. You make a decision, imagine it's already happened, and the how just happens. It's unexplainable. I don't know. I really don't know that. I just focus on how, and nothing will ever get done. So what TiVo did is they said, we're going to tell people what we do. We're going to tell them how it does it, but then they get here and they don't know. They didn't say anything about why. Nothing. They didn't tell anybody that they're going to be able to be in more control of their lives so they can spend more time with their kids, more time at home, more time with anybody, not trying to center themselves around a television. That's why. Shoot, you told me that. I'm in control of my life. Yeah, I'm in. But they didn't. They focused on the what. Now we take a very successful company, speaking with Steve Jobs was on it, right? Apple. Oh, wrong way. So they started from the inside out. They focused on the why first. We understand that when it comes to your life, you want to be able to have it completely at your fingertips and be able to do anything and everything you've ever wanted to do by a touch of a button. Dang, we'll do that. Imagine what I could do with that. We do it by bringing something to you that you may have never seen before. We happen to sell iPhones. You want one? People are lining up. Every time an iPhone comes out, there's people in line. Maybe somebody in here was one of those people. I don't know. But why is it? We're the Y generation, right? Break that one down. See, I think a lot of things is we got individuals that are trying to tell us what to do in our lives, but they lost their dream a long time ago. They hid that Rubik's Cube underneath the dresser, somewhere in the closet. You know, you got to surround yourself with people just like this. And this culture in here is a resemblance of exactly what you have to look for. I believe everybody should have fun at work. I believe everybody should have so much fun it's not even work. Because it's a stepping stone. This place right now is a stone. It's a stepping stone that's going to get you to the next place and the next place and the next place and the next place. You think I got in here because I just filled out a resume and said, hey, Foothill, I want to come speak. I didn't know this thing existed. It took a relationship. Talking. Talk about your dreams all the time. Because you never know who you're talking to. You really don't. And speak loud and confident, because the people that are overhearing you, those are the people that are going to get you that. The people that are overhearing you. Let your voice travel. You know? We came on a business trip back from Nashville with a software company. We came back from a convention. And the owner of, I was in the tanning industry with the old software and whatnot, and the owner of Palm Beach Tan sitting right here on the plane. And I'm trying to sell software to this company, right? And I looked over to my coworker, I'm like, dude, that's the owner of Palm Beach Tan. And he's like, dude, what? So I turned to him, like, watch this. So I turned to him, right? So my voice projected right that way. And he kind of hears us. We're like right back here. He would have had to literally go like this. Hey. You know? So I said, man. Right? I said, man, it feels so good what we did this weekend. He's like, Jacob, tell me more about it. Well, I run a TV show. such a difference in these people's lives. My guy's ear goes, what? I said, yeah, man, we're able to get these salons to get more focused on their customers by spending less time on their computers, man. Who would ever have thought that we have the solution right at our fingertips? It's funny just to watch this whole thing happen. And so I said more and more and more. Why? 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 And he turned around. And I said, hey, aren't you the owner of Palm Beach, Dad? I didn't get anything out of the meeting other than an awesome story. But I tried. No, I'm not going to feel let down. I'm not going to let myself down. I'm not going to bully myself anymore. Because what really happened was there is that I took guts to say, I don't know what's going to happen after this, but I'm going to do everything I can with what I've learned. Whether it's in this class, in this school, in life, I'm going to do everything I can to just make my life a result of what I've learned. We can all learn and listen and do all these things, you know, but how much is a plant going to grow if you put it indoors with no light in the closet? Nothing. It's going to sit right there. That's potential. But I don't see potential in here. I don't see you for where you're at right now. I see leaders. Every single one of you. And you may not believe it yet, but soon enough, it's already happened. It's already happened. Do y'all need this? If I were to draw this right now, here's point A, and here's point B. What's the quickest distance from point A to point B? Anybody? Straight line. Straight line, right? So on this piece of paper, I'm going to do the same thing. Point A, point B, straight line. Now imagine this is you, right? And this is your success, your goals, your happiness, your dreams, everything that you've ever wanted. What if I told you that the distance between you and your success has never existed? And that success has been within you the entire time. See, the thing is that when we're reaching for this success, people are saying, what are you doing? You can't do that. Why are you doing that? How? And you know what we do? We answer them. I'm doing this. What do you mean? And guess what happens? We're stuck in the middle. We're stuck in the middle. So don't answer these ridiculous questions anymore. Imagine that it's already happened. Because if you imagine it's already happened, there's no need for an explanation at all. That's my time.